I am using this literature review to arrange content on PowerPoint. See the previous video on how to create this type of literature review using AI tools. Remember, it is AI-free and plagiarism-free. I also verified this in the previous video by checking for plagiarism using Turnitin. Now, I will show you how to extract information from this text to arrange the literature review into slides. First, I will give you a short overview of what to include in the slides, then I will show you a practical example of how to include them. The following are the components that you must include when writing a literature review for presentation slides. First, in the introduction section, we need to provide a brief overview of the topic, the importance of the topic, and the objective of this literature review. Next is the research question. I am assuming that you already know the objective or research question of your research. You can see this video on how to create a research question for your study. Next is the methodology. This section explains how we collected all the articles used in the review. The databases can include connected papers, PubMed, Google Scholar and JSTOR, etc. What keywords did we use to search for articles? While searching for articles, what criteria did we apply? For example, I can include only peer-reviewed articles. This will be the inclusion criterion. Then, I can state that I will not include studies older than 2010, which will be the exclusion criterion. Finally, I will mention the total number of articles in my literature review. Then, we have the theoretical framework. Theoretical frameworks help analyze previous literature by providing a structured approach to understanding and interpreting the findings. The next part is themes and findings. We must arrange similar studies under one specific theme. For example, if 3 studies talk about the importance of meditation and their findings are almost identical, we will group these studies under one theme. Similarly, we will organize all article findings under specific themes, and, of course, we will discuss the gaps in these studies and suggestions for future research. Now my topic is from the previous video, the impact of games on students. First, in the overview, we will discuss basic terms related to the topic. Since my topic focuses on games and students, we are referring to educational games. When it comes to impact, I am narrowing the topic to focus on computational thinking. Next, I will talk about the significance of the topic. Remember to use bullet points while making slides. For the objectives, we will copy information from the literature we've already written. Look for the purpose and focus of previous studies and include these points, to examine how computational thinking can improve student capabilities, to explore how gaming tools and teaching methods affect the integration of CT in students, to find effective ways to teach CT abilities using educational games. Now let's copy and paste this and move on to the next section. For the research question section, you can include objectives or hypotheses, depending on the type of research you are conducting. The methodology section will remain the same as discussed earlier. In my previous video, I mentioned using only one tool, such as connected papers, to find all the articles. However, since the articles come from different databases, it is important to list all the databases' names. Additionally, we need to include the specific keywords used during the research process. The inclusion and exclusion criteria should align with the requirements of your study. For this practice example, I selected a total of 5 articles. To choose a theoretical framework for your literature review, think about the main ideas in your topic and how they are connected. Look for theories that explain similar topics or help you understand the issue better. For example, if you are studying how educational games help students learn computational thinking, you might use a theory like constructivism, which explains how people learn through experiences, or social cognitive theory, which focuses on learning through interaction and observation. Pick a theory that matches your topic. Or ask from ChatGPT. In ChatGPT prompt, put your research topic and ask for theoretical framework related to topic. Now, let me explain the easy steps for how to analyze themes for related studies. First, copy just the methodology and finding sections of your literature review. I instructed ChatGPT to analyze these studies based on themes, and since I have only 5 articles in my literature review, I asked for 2 common themes. As you can see, ChatGPT has provided exactly what I wanted, and I am very satisfied with the tables. Now, let me copy and paste them into the slides. I also asked ChatGPT to shorten the tables, as the previous responses had long sentences. So, the theme sections are now completed. The next section is the gap in the literature review. After each study's findings, there are gaps written already. For example, at the end of the first study, the gap is related to the generalizability of the findings. In the second study, the gap is that the COVID-19 pandemic hampered instructors' professional development and classroom practices, and the limited sample size casts doubt on the generalizability of the results. Similarly, identify the gaps for the other studies. In your PowerPoint, create a table with the authors' names and years, followed by the gaps in each study. So, gap table is completed now. For the future studies section, the literature review already provides suggestions for future work. Simply copy these suggestions and create a table in your presentation. Then, paste the suggestions into the table. I've copy-pasted the future suggestions here in the table. Alright, that's it for today's video on creating literature review presentation slides. I hope you found it helpful and feel more confident about structuring your own presentations. Remember, it's all about organizing your ideas clearly, finding those key themes, and presenting the gaps in future work in a way that makes your research stand out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more videos like this.